Was Brittany Murphy's death a tragic accident? Or something far more nefarious? On this episode of Hollywood Parallel Universe, we revisit the unusual circumstances surrounding Brittany Murphy's death and cast a spotlight on a central figure in her life who was not what he seemed. I'm Daggula San Vicente Jr., your loyal host. Let the story commence. On December 20th, 2009, emergency services responded to a distress call in the Hollywood Hills. Brittany Murphy, beloved film and television actress, was discovered unresponsive in her bathroom at 8 a.m. Firefighters attempted to revive her on the way to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, but tragically, they were unsuccessful. The 32-year-old Murphy was pronounced dead 2 hours later. At the time of her death, Brittany Murphy shared her Hollywood Hills home with her British screenwriter husband, Simon Monjack. Her mother, Sharon Murphy, also lived with them, but it was unclear which of the two discovered Murphy's body. Brittany Murphy's death was eventually ruled an accident caused by a combination of pneumonia, iron deficiency, and multiple drug intoxication, according to the LA County coroner at the time. Later on, Simon Monjack told People magazine that Brittany had laryngitis and flu-like symptoms at the time of her death, and that she had used ibuprofen to relieve menstrual cramp pains, as well as an antibiotic and cough medicine. However, some felt that there were too many mysterious circumstances surrounding Brittany's death for it to be more than just an accident. In fact, many believed foul play was involved. Now, I'm sure you already have your suspicions on who might be involved in her death. But before we dive in, let's take a closer look at who Brittany Murphy was and how she was seen in the eyes of the public. Born on November 10, 1977, Brittany Murphy moved to Burbank with her mother at age 13 to pursue a career in Hollywood. She quickly began booking gigs with smaller roles on Sister Sister and Boy Meets World. But it was her role as Ty in the 1995 hit Clueless that cemented her career as a Hollywood starlet. After Clueless, Murphy appeared in movies like Girl Interrupted, Don't Say a Word, and 8 Mile. However, beneath the delicate appearance of success, Murphy felt insecure and often struggled with her body image. After not being cast in Coyote Ugly because an agent supposedly described her as huggable but not fuckable, Murphy underwent an extreme makeover of sorts, dyeing her hair blonde and losing a dangerous amount of weight. Leading lady roles followed until the mid-2000s, when a highly publicized breakup with Ashton Kutcher and rumors of erratic behavior and drug use sent her career into a tailspin. Once a cinema darling, Murphy became another victim of the Hollywood system, a fodder for tabloids and the punchline of cruel jokes. It was around this time, at her most vulnerable, that Brittany Murphy met Simon Monjack. But who was this Simon Monjack? A screenwriter? A manager? A makeup artist? Or a simple con man? Brittany Murphy met Simon Monjack, a screenwriter from England, with whom she quickly fell in love with and married in 2007. But what Murphy did not know was that Monjack had a criminal history and a complicated background that would prove he was more of a con man than a doting writer husband. From a young age, Monjack was obsessed with wealth and had a knack for manipulating people. He had 2 children with 2 different women, one of which he abandoned without a word while she was pregnant. He was also once charged with credit card fraud and was said to be severely in debt. Monjack also frequently lied about having terminal cancer and would often tell people he was a billionaire who dated Madonna and had the world's largest collection of Vermeers. His lies were very convincing and allowed him to slither in and out of various social circles, so it's no surprise that this smooth-talking Svengali could win over the heart of Brittany Murphy, a fragile young woman so in need of love and companionship that it would prove to be her downfall. People like Monjack have a knack for sniffing out vulnerable people. After marrying, Monjack moved into Brittany's home and began isolating her from her friends by disconnecting phone lines, making sure that anyone who wanted access to her had to go through him first. He also began taking on the role of her manager, agent, and sometimes makeup artist. He presumably did all of this in an effort to keep tabs on her. When Brittany's friends expressed concern about Monjack, Monjack found ways to plant distrust in them. He would also continually highlight Brittany's insecurities, making her that much more susceptible to his manipulations. Much like the Hollywood system that destroyed Brittany Murphy's self-esteem, Monjack would also encourage Brittany to get plastic surgery and lose more weight. He took over her email and phone communication so she was completely cut off from the outside world. He often staged creepy photo shoots with Murphy, dressing her up as a dancer or a doll. It was also revealed after Brittany's death that Monjack had been creating fake property deeds and jewelry to make Brittany and her mother Sharon believe that he was investing their money wisely. In reality, he had spent $3 million of Murphy's money over a period of 3 years. All these factors cast a suspicious light on Monjack. Even if he did not intentionally kill her, his controlling and abusive behavior may have still resulted in her death. In Brittany's last days, Monjack allegedly refused to take Murphy to a doctor. Tragically, Assistant LA Coroner Ed Winters said she had been sick at least 2 weeks. Had they taken her to a doctor or hospital, it would have been treatable. Upon Brittany Murphy's death, Monjack initially did not want an autopsy done on his wife and would deny that Murphy was addicted to prescription drugs, even though there was a numerous amount of them found on the scene. Shortly after this tragic event, other theories would arise to explain the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. Some believed that the house was filled with toxic mold, a theory disproved upon investigation. Others felt that the house was haunted, or that Murphy was poisoned with toxic metals such as barium, a form of rat poison. Trace amounts were found in her hair after autopsy, but LA County Assistant Chief Coroner Ed Winter told E! News that such metals were present due to Murphy's hair coloring. In my opinion, all these theories just seem to distract from the most tragic and most likely theory of them all, that Murphy was forgotten by a system that both built and destroyed her, and in her fragile state wound up in the arms of a sociopathic man who sniffed out her weaknesses and exploited them. Sadly, there will never be any definitive answers to this case. 5 months after Brittany Murphy's death, Murphy's mother found Monjack dead in the same bedroom under eerily similar circumstances: pneumonia and anemia. Elizabeth Ragsdale, Monjack's former fiancée, stated in the HBO documentary What Happened, Brittany Murphy, "I believe that Simon Monjack, even if he did not kill Brittany Murphy, he allowed her to die because he did not get her to the doctor and get her help. And I believe he did the same thing to himself. Knowing he needed medical treatment, he didn't get it, and he died. He would rather be dead than be discovered as the con artist he was." Today, Brittany Murphy is remembered for her lovable personality and singular acting talent. But we must not forget how poorly she was treated in a time when she needed our love the most. Unfortunately, Hollywood in the 2000s was a cruel and tabloid-fueled era that claimed so many bright stars. And that is precisely what Hollywood Parallel Universe started off as, my friends. An exploration into the underbelly of Hollywood. A chance to pull back the curtain on the glitz and glamour and reveal the poison underneath. So many iconic stars and starlets have succumbed to the vulturous demands and cruelty of the entertainment industry. Brittany Murphy, tragically, was one of many. And with that, I bid you adieu, gentle surfers of the web. I'm Daggula San Vicente Jr., and this has been yet another episode of Hollywood Parallel Universe. Still there? Good, because I have something to say before I go. Over the past season of Hollywood Parallel Universe, I have read several of your comments and suggestions, and though many of them are quite complimentary, others are not so much. To those who incessantly leave comments about Ryan and Shane, get a life, okay? They left the channel. I'm literally just a dude in my late 20s living in my mother's basement trying to make a public access show for the internet, okay? Do you understand how crazy that is? A public access show for the internet? God, I've been trying to move to Hollywood. I've been working the night shift at Tim Hortons for 12 years trying to save up enough money and pay the rent for my mother living in this goddamn basement. It's not so easy being me, all right? God, just cut me some slack.
I've seen 6 different celebrity therapists about this situation and nothing is working. I'm enough. I'm not gonna let you guys bring me down, all right? I'm Daggula, and I'm here to stay. Thank you, and goodbye.